time, we're gonna go to Friday. We're gonna jump ahead to Friday. This is using just the night cream. This is using just Perricone's overnight moisturizer. Can you see on the left? You see just rows and rows of lines. And honestly, we love aging gracefully. We love aging, it's a privilege. But look at 1 week, 7 days after, how those lines look completely faded. It looks like she's been using this for a very long time, much longer than a week. And then here it is with just the serum that would be the morning product that you would put on. So this is gonna be your Hyaluronic Intensive Hydrating Serum, which is a $135 value, but more than that, look at the forehead, the lines that you're seeing and how deep they are, and then look how they are completely reduced after 8 weeks. So here's what we're talking about right now. Remember, this is Friday's Today special value. So as we're going into the holiday weekend, we're gonna have Mother's Day going on, Father's Day, all the things that we wanna do over the summer, and we do wanna look our best. This is your AM, PM routine that we're giving you for a big deal price of $98.98. But let me share with you immediately that the Hydrating Serum is a $135 value. That serum, which is your AM component, $135, the overnight moisturizer, the retinol recovery moisturizer is $99. Look at our price, $98.98. So for 2 cents less than what you'd pay for the overnight moisturizer, we're gonna give you the moisturizer and that serum. Now, by the way, it is the overnight moisturizer, this moisturizer that has taken off like a rocket ever since it was introduced last year. So this is our sneak peek of our Friday big deal. You're saving $135. You're essentially buying the overnight moisturizer and getting the serum for free. It's an exclusive configuration to us here at QVC. And this actually is free shipping and handling. There's an auto delivery on this. And I'm saying this at the front of the presentation because I want you to know each time this is shipped to you, you're saving $135. There's an auto delivery, which is every 90 days for 1 year. That means you'd get 4 shipments. What is 4 times 135? $540. That's the savings you would have as you stayed into the auto delivery and got the shipments every 90 days for 1 year. But what that also means is your skin looks better, you've got fewer lines and wrinkles, it's brighter, it's smoother, you feel your most powerful and radiant self. I'm gonna welcome in Christina Morelli. She's our expert when it comes to Perricone, which is all about research, yes. patents, yes. Author of a book, a man who's been in this region and this realm of kind of research and R&D for over 40 years, not using some new fad something, taking tried and true methodology and turbocharging it.
Yes, turbocharging is right. This is a doctor who has studied the efficacy of ingredients for over 40 years when applied onto skincare. This duo that we're featuring today is a wonderful example of Dr. Perricone's legacy and the incredible formulations that he has crafted. These are 2 ingredients in my own practice as an esthetician I have recommended for years to clients, and they are hyaluronic acid and retinol. Why? Because these 2 ingredients transform your skin. And that's something that everybody is looking for, plumping up those lines and wrinkles, getting our skin hydrated and healthy looking, which is our goal here at Perricone MD.
Right.
Starting off with the hyaluronic acid. Oh, this intensive hydrating serum is truly a luxe product. Fun fact, Rachel, did you know that we lose hyaluronic acid as we continue to age?
No, I did not, right?
Right? A lot of people don't realize this. So this is something you want to replenish that loss with a topical. So if somebody's asking me, well, why do I need hyaluronic acid? This is why. Those before and after pictures that you're seeing, that depletion, those lines and wrinkles looking a lot more prominent, it's because of that water loss, of that hydration loss. So this is a serum that plumps your skin back up, but we're Perricone MD, so we don't just make a simple hyaluronic acid serum.
Right.
We created something with a unique formulation that has 4 different forms of hyaluronic acid and 2 building blocks.
Wow.
In layman's terms, that means it can get to all different types of levels of the epidermis, so you're really getting true absorption and true efficacy.
Here's that information on your screen.
Yes, so you're seeing 4+2 complex, those 2 building blocks. It does so much for the skin, plumping it back up, delivering that hydration that it needs.
And that's your AM. So you're using your hyaluronic at the AM, and PM is going to be the moisturizer.
Yeah.
Here's our checklist.
Yes, okay, here's our checklist. So if we're breaking it down, skin texture, plumpness, and lines and wrinkles, all handled by the hydrating serum. that you can use both AM and PM actually before the moisturizer. And then moving on to the moisturizer, this is going to treat lines and wrinkles, firmness, elasticity, and radiance. Let's talk about retinol.
Yep, let's talk about retinol.
Oh, I could talk for hours about this. The efficacy of retinol. Retinol
This is your PM.
is the gold standard when it comes to all things pro-aging because it handles all of our aging concerns, those lines, wrinkles, everything that you saw on that chart there. But again, we're Perricone MD, so we did not just make an ordinary retinol. We made a retinol blend that is incredibly efficacious. It has a couple different types of retinol in here, an ester, an encapsulated retinol, in addition to hyaluronic acid and squalene, giving you not only the potency of retinol, but also this beautiful hydration. So literally, Rachel, all you have to do is apply it, hydrates, treats those aging concerns, and then look at the before and after just 1 week. I mean,
of the night
major.
cream.
Yes.
Of the overnight moisturizer.
Yeah.
Of that retinol recovery overnight moisturizer. Be specific about what we're seeing.
Yeah, so I want you to look in the before. This is a very common concern that I've seen for years as an esthetician, those etched lines. There's a lot of dehydration here that you can see. There's expression lines, which is a life well lived, but hey, if you want to plump them up, there's no problem with that. You're looking at the before and after here too. Eyebrows, expression lines. Look at the after just 1 week. The radiance in her skin, the plumpness, lines and wrinkles reduced, and her on her way to healthy looking skin, which is a huge priority here for Perricone MD. 4 weeks. I love this one because this is like a lot of cross hatching that you see. You know when you apply makeup and it just kind of settles into these areas of concern? 4 weeks, look at how beautiful her skin is and how well the makeup will wear.
We've got over 100 of these spoken for. Let me share with you that for the price of the moisturizer, actually 2 cents less, you're getting the serum. We'll show you the serum now as well. So not $234, we're saving you $135. It's under $20 to try, $19.80. Free shipping and handling, exclusive configuration to us here at QVC. We're going to dive into the serum because we just talked about the moisturizer, which is at night. The serum is the morning. So you start with the serum in the morning and then you do serum and moisturizer at night. But those pictures were actually just moisturizer.
Yeah, isn't that wild? So the serum. Hot tip, when you're applying the serum, I want this on freshly cleansed skin, and then you're gonna go in with your serum. If you want to, I think it's best when you apply on damp skin.
Okay.
Because like attracts like. So if we're applying it to a bit of damp skin, you're only flooding your skin even further with that hydration. The hyaluronic acid just kind of goes whoop and soaks it right up, right? Completely. So this is super smooth, lightweight, it blends right into the skin.
Yeah, it's cushiony.
Yeah, it's cushiony, exactly. And again, look at these results. As I mentioned before, look at the before. This is mostly dehydrated skin. It tends to make your lines and wrinkles look a bit more prominent. The after, smooth, soft, plump, hydrated. Your makeup will lay beautifully, or maybe you'll feel so confident that you don't want to have to wear makeup because look at how gorgeous the skin looks. Here's another before and after, 8 weeks. This one is major. The etching in those lines, it's truly incredible, the after.
You know, we all want to age and age beautifully and age kind of our way at our level, right? And sometimes as you're aging, you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, what just happened? You see like a you know, big line and you're like, how do I address that? What do I do? I see that on our Facebook page, over 50 and fabulous, the age of possibility all the time because, you know, some of us respond to some certain brands, some of us respond to another, but this is really, again, 40 years of research, 100+ patents. This is all about tried and true, but you're using the serum in the morning, AM, and then the serum and the moisturizer at night, and you will see those results. That's the thing. And you've got 30 days to love it or return it, but for the price of the moisturizer, actually 2 cents less, we're gonna throw in that $135 value of the serum. Lock this in on auto delivery because when this works for you, you'll want to have done it and locked it in because otherwise, you're just getting one shipment and that's it. You can always cancel on auto delivery, but I always recommend if it's something that you might like, lock in the auto delivery. You'll save $135, $135, $135, 4 times if you stay in for the year. Thank you so much for bringing this to us.
Thank you for having me.
I love you bringing us something that makes us feel so good and powerful.
Yes,
Appreciate
absolutely.
it. So we're gonna go forward because now we're gonna keep moving.